With the largest barn in the property sorted out, I began looking at some of the smaller places where Harold could hide stuff. That's when I spotted this little building. It was built right next to the house out of sheet metal, and of course it was padlocked. There didn't seem to be a purpose for it, but it had these metal vents on it, so it must have been built for something. And then I noticed, when looking through those vents, the shadow of what I thought was a motorcycle, so I decided to open it up and see.
Yeah. Doesn't look like a... Oh, here's a generator.
Inside, I found out that the small shed was for a backup generator he had wired to the house.
And a weird, cool looking... No, he didn't. There's a generator right there. And a motorcycle bicycle?
And what I thought was a motorcycle turned out to be a bicycle. More specifically, it was an Orange County Chopper Schwinn Stingray bicycle. Someone had added one of these small one-cylinder engines and gas tanks to it, turning it into a bicycle motorcycle. According to the tag that was still on it, Harold paid $290 for this thing, which isn't bad considering the bicycle itself sells for $500 to $700. But again, why the hell would he buy this in the first place? It was cool for sure, but there was no way he would ever use it. The bike was pretty dirty and grody, but I had to try to get some money for it, so I decided the best thing to do was to clean it up and get it running again before I tried to sell it. Honestly, I didn't have to do much. I aired up the tires and then sprayed it off really good. The little engine is a two-stroke, so I added fuel to the gas tank and then gave it a try. To my surprise, the thing ran like a clock.
Yeah, baby! This is cool.
Before I could sell it, though, I had to sort out something else by that little generator shed. My mom called me and told me about an unwelcome visitor, a western diamond-backed rattlesnake. Now, we've had these on the property before. Sometimes, when they aren't close to the house, I just leave them alone. But when they do get close to the house, they need to go. We'd already killed 3 of them that year. This one would make number 4. It turned out to be the biggest rattler we'd had so far. It was a shame to kill it, but I couldn't have it biting my mom while she was trying to feed her cats or something. Back to the bicycle motorcycle. I placed an ad online for it and immediately got a call from someone who wanted to come see it. The guy turned up on his own chopper. He took the Stingray for a spin and really liked it.
I know, right?
I give you 175.
Oh man, are you serious? For that? Come on! I saw the smile on your face. 225.
200.
200?
200.
Alright, got a deal, man.
Alright.
Alright, cool.
He ended up taking it off my hands for $200. I probably could have gotten more if I'd held out, but again, my mom needed the money. The next project I wanted to work on was this red Dodge pickup. This is a 1999 Dodge 3/4 ton quad cab 4-wheel drive with a Cummins turbo diesel. This is what Harold used to tow around all the junk he accumulated, like the trailers and cars. The year before he died, he blew the transmission and it hasn't run since. But now I needed to get this junk off the property, so I needed it to run. The first part of sorting it out was to get through all of Harold's locks. He had one on the hood to prevent it from being opened, and if someone broke into the truck, he had a lock on the hood latch to prevent them from opening it from inside, even though there was already the padlock on the hood itself. Then he padlocked all 4 of the wheels to keep people from stealing those. Finally, he had a chain underneath the truck that was wrapped around this pallet and piece of sheet metal. The chain was then wrapped around the frame of that truck and locked with a padlock. And remember, the truck didn't even run. So once again, I had to start cutting locks off. I also had to start looking for parts. The transmission was missing, as was the transfer case and the drive shafts.
That makes me really happy to see that.
The transfer case, which cost about $1,500, was found in the yellow gang box. I ended up having to get it rebuilt.
Heavy as shit. Yeah, that's it. Nice.
The drive shafts were also in the yellow box, but I still needed to find the transmission. That led me to start looking in other places around where the red Dodge was parked, specifically this old white van. This had been Harold's work van through the 1980s. Now he was using it for storage. As usual, he had a lockbox on it that I had to cut through to get to the padlock.
See, he's got it curtained off so you can't see what's in it because, you know, God knows if they're going to come over here and try to break into this thing. It's got wheels. I don't know if it runs, but it's interesting that he's got it electric in here. Oh, also note the 1, 2, and 3 locks that he had to cut out of there because he would always claim that yeah, so he drills into there and drilled out the lock so he can get to it. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 locks because he always claimed that somebody messed up the lock so he couldn't get into it. Here's the front of it.
This one was being stubborn. Eventually, though, I did get inside.
Extension ladder, heater or something like that. Bunch of shovels and stuff.
There wasn't a lot in there.
And what's all this?
But most importantly,
haha, the transmission. Yep, transmission to that truck is here. A bunch of other stuff. Yeah, this is a great place you got here, Harold. Always got it wired up for lights and everything. So that is a different part, piece of the transmission. Different piece of the transmission. And is that a drill press? Yeah, a drill press. That's interesting. Got another drill press and tools. There's a big hammer I needed. Stuff here. Yeah, that's it. Cool. All right. There you go.
finally I sent it all to the local transmission shop to get fixed. About a year and $7,000 later, we finally got the truck back and are able to use it to get the stuff off the property. It's pretty beat up inside and out, but it runs great and can tow a lot more than my minivan. Now I can finally get some junk taken to the scrapyard, which should be a lot of fun. On the next episode, I tackle what turned out to be one of the hardest cleanouts I had, the bus. But I also found some pretty nice treasures at the same time. So join us next time on Harold's Estate. And be sure to like, subscribe, and share so you never miss one of the treasure hunts.